Hello and welcome to Gamer Social. My name is Beth, I'm here and let's fly the PMDG 737-800 and wow, there's lightning in the background. So we are at Manchester Airport. It is the early hours of the morning and there seems to be a thunderstorm which is going to make our next flight really interesting. So as you can see, I'm currently at the tower of Manchester Airport looking at my aircraft there all parked in the corners. Got a Thompson aircraft in view and also the British Airways tail in the view of that 747 there. So currently the steps go into my plane so I can get back on it, so I can fly it away. And as you may have heard, there's a bit of knocking and there's somebody at the door. So yeah, we have a nice thunderstorm going on in the background. That's going to make it really interesting. Hopefully we won't be flying through that. We should be able to route around it. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it should be a nice sunrise. I had to think of how it was then. Sunrise arrival at Glasgow, because today we are flying to Glasgow Airport, flying further north. So hopefully the weather isn't going to be too nasty for us, but it looks like it could be interesting. So let's begin our flight preparations and start our flight planning and see which route we're going to take. So as always, let's start off by looking at our charts. I don't think this is how we do usually start off, but it will do nicely. So what I need to do is bring up Manchester Airport, which here it is. So we're currently parked right in the far corner over here, and that's where we currently are, and the tower was here. That's where we were looking on to our aircraft. So that means the thunderstorm is somewhere off to the this part of the airfield, which is just splendid really. So what's the weather doing then? What does that actually say? Wow, quite cloudy actually, look at that. So if we go to conditions, that's the one, and go to EGCC, we can see it's partly cloudy, but it doesn't say there's actually anything going on there in terms of thunderstorms, which is interesting. If I bring out my little weather app as well on my phone, as I always do, we have a look at EGCC, and I have to put in EGCC correctly, Manchester Airport. Let's see what it says on my phone as well. So it's saying 180 at 6 knots, which is exactly the same as what this says, so that's always good news. And we're going to be using 23 right or 23 left for the runway. So 23 right, 23 left is the same direction as we landed, I believe. I remember correctly, we landed on 23 right, I think it was. So we're going to have to head all the way down there and go and take off and whatnot. So that means we'll be using a 23 right departure. So I reckon we're going to be using this one here, be flying out and flying north. So if we bring up the route that I believe I'm going to be doing, it's the same as well. TLA DCS Barton, so I think we're going to be using this route here. So I'm going to make a note of that on the secondary computer, just so we know what we're doing. So it is TLA, and it's that's going to be via UN864 to DCS via UN615 to Barton. It's not how you spell it, Barton. There we go. And this believes is a cruising altitude of 16,000 feet. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the gap between London and Manchester is less, so I'm going to go at 26,000 feet again. I think that's going to be fine. So what I do need to do then is go on to fuel planning. So fuel planning. You can see all sorts of things that I've been on recently. So fuel planner, here we go. This is what I told you that I use. As a basic sort of fuel planner really, it's nothing too crazy. So EGCC to EGPF is Glasgow, that's Edinburgh. It's not Edinburgh I want. What do I want? Let's check that again. It's Glasgow what I want. EGPF. It helps, doesn't it really? So that is EG. Wrong route. Look at that. Alright. So let's go EGCC to EGPF. Almost took myself to Edinburgh. That would have been interesting. That would have been really interesting. So let's have a look again. Here we go. Paul, that makes more sense because that's what I was planning on doing. Yes. I should have actually realised that when the actual marker was over Edinburgh. Silly me. Awesome. Looks like I'll be making more mistakes, but as I've said previously, I'm not a professional and I will make mistakes, but the idea of this is to, what? No, I don't care about that. Keep the current colour. Go away, it's fine, it's not performing slowly at all. Bunch of bollocks it's talking about. So N601 is the airway going to Margot. Awesome. And that bleeds 20,000 feet. I'm going to go stick with 26. I'm sure that'll be fine. I'm sure we can make it up there. So here we go. This is to Glasgow this time. So it's saying 10,641. So what I need to do is 10,641 pounds to kilograms. And that is 4826. So I'm going to say 5,000 kilograms of fuel. I always put a bit more in what it suggests. It always seems smarter, if you ask me. And it says here reserve fuel needs to be 6515. So 6515, and it's going to be free basically. So 3 kilograms, 3,000 kilograms. Yeah. So free as I enter it into the FMC. That's cool. So as I thought, I'll be using this departure. So if we go on to Glasgow EGPF. Let's show you the right one. This is the aerodrome. I already know where I'm going to be parking up. It's right by the tower here. It's a nice sort of little 2-bay parking space. If I show you the ground parking, there's 2 parking slots here that I'm going to park up at and rest myself. So we're going to be coming in from the south. It's going to be Margot. So we know that much already because that's part of our route. So we're coming in Margot, joining up with the other way in from the south and going to a holding point, which we're not going to hold. We're then going to make our way to the airport and go away. Don't show the message again, it's fine. I don't know what this problem is. It's talking rubbish. Yeah, that's why I speak correctly. Let's have a look at the EGPF. Nope, that's not how you do it. EGPF Glasgow Airport on the old phone, so I can see which runway direction we're going to be using. At the moment, it says 23. So runway 23, ILS 23. We are going to do an auto land today. We did plan to do it at Manchester Airport, but I didn't set it up correctly, so I ended up doing a manual landing. So yeah, we're actually going to do an auto land today because I still want to do one because it'll be fun. So yeah, we fly in towards the airport and then we kind of zoom out and go around it and come back around again. Awesome. Great times wasting fuel. So I think I'm ready. So why don't we jump into our flight deck and prepare. Hey, get some lights on because I can't really see what the hell I'm doing. So this one here? No, this one here? Yes, this one here. Good, 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 good. Right then, how do I get the lights on a bit brighter? Because right now it is very hard to see. There must be some sort of dome light on it. Surely to God. Ah, here it is. See? Bonk. Hey, there we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Right, so first thing is first. Let's just get this thing put over to here and actually just do a little test. Everything's good. Here we go. So get these aligned. Just go through this re-speeded day, shall we? We've done it before. So fuel-wise, remember we need to have 5,000 kilograms. Blah, 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 blah. In you go there. 5,000 kilograms. Pretty good. Pretty good. Ground connections, we have all that set this time, whereas last time we didn't. So we need to go to init reference. We are at EGCC. Boom, I have no idea what gate we're at. So if we go over to here, we can grab our location, pop it into there, go to our route. So EGCC, and we're going to EGPF. Yeah. Here we go. So we're going to be going to blah 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 blah. Just had a little stroke. We're going pole and we're going N601. Remember from our previous video. N601 to Margot. It's quite a short route again. We are just doing little tiny hops at the moment around England. Just for practice really. So let's get that activated. Execute that. Pretty good. Back up here. Set these to nav. Back down to here. What have we got? What have we got? Fuel pumps can go on now. Nicely done. Our logo's on. Anti-collision. Our wing nuts can go on. Very good. That's fine. That's all fine. Get all of our electric on. I think that's fine there. That's all good. So departure, arrival. We are departing. Which way are we departing? So right now the weather is variable, which isn't good. It's not ideal. I believe it was 23 right or 23 left. It was one of them. It was one of the 23s. Let's quickly bring up my aerodrome chart so I can see. That doesn't help that one there. So Let's do 23 right for now, unless it changes, we'll do 23 right. And it is going to be the, what am I looking for? I'm looking for Manchester North standard instrument departure. It's going to be pole 1Z. Or pole 5R apparently, according to this. That's fine then. Execute that. And if we go to arrival for EGPF, a quick look, EGPF, PF, Glasgow Airport. Right now it still believes 23, so ILS 23. And if I bring up the chart for that quickly, so Glasgow is starting ILS. Where are we coming in from? Start from the south, that's what we need. Just gotta rotate that quickly because it's the wrong way around. And that's even worse, it's the wrong way. Here we are, so we're going to be coming in at Margot, so that's the Libya. Libya, is it 1? It is 1A, yeah, so Libya 1A. And I'm not sure about the transition on here. I think it's going to go, or is it? No. Yes. We got GLW or go. I'm not sure. I'm looking at the chart. I can't see GLW, but I can see go. Oh, there's GLW. I'll go for go. I'm not entirely sure, so that is a bit of a guess. But that's fine. We can deal with that. And I saw a flash of lightning there. Now there's another one. Whew. Crikey, flight director's on them, please. Let's turn mine off by accident. There we go. Turn that one back on. Good, good, good. That is fine, just fine. We're going to be going to 26,000 feet again. We can do that. We're going to be taking off in a thunderstorm, which is going to be mighty interesting, actually. It's going to be fun. So what am I trying to do? I need to set this to plan. Wrong button. Wrong button. There you go. Set the plan. And let's step through this, shall we? Let's see what we are doing. So we're going to be coming out, we're flying off. Booty booty boo. In we go. Right, we have a nice little break here, which is fun. I don't want to hold at all, so I won't need to hold. So get rid of the holding point and then move that one to there. Execute that. So what is actually going on? Because that's quite a busy... Oh, I see what it's doing. So we don't need to have Libba. Where is Libba? Oh yeah, I did choose the wrong one then, the wrong transition altitude. How about that? So we go down, we spin around, we go out, come back in, land like a boss. Pretty good, pretty good. How about that? So speed restriction I'm going to put 230 at 10,000. I don't think I can change it here actually. It's the wrong page, or is it? No, it's not. It's fine. Forecast transition altitude is 6,000 now, I believe, isn't it? Is it? Doesn't say on my little chart I have right now. But I can go in there anyway. So init reference 0 fuel weight reserves is going to be, what was it? Was it 3? I think it's 3, or was it 5? It's 3. Reserve of 3, costing of 25. Pretty standard stuff. Cruise is going to be 260. In you go there. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Execute that. N1 limit. Take off. Flaps 5, please. Bang, bang, bang. 4.67 trim. I think that's pretty standard actually at the moment. We've been using that for the majority of our flights, to be honest with you. It's going to be 143 on the speed tape. It's too far. 143. Good. I can go back to there. I'm not quite sure on our runway heading. I think, yeah, it's right actually. Already right, because we landed on that same runway. Awesome. That's pretty good. So we are going to be there. I have no idea when. So, not long actually. So this down here needs to be reset. Where's the reset button? Reset is there. Reset is there. Reset is there. Good. That's all reset. So what is our... what I will do actually. We're almost ready to go now. I will get that started. Because it needs to be done. Do that apparently. What is going to be our elevation? It's going to be 20... 50 or 0? 50 or 0? I'll go for 50. I'll round it up. I think that'd be safer to do. So that's already on. Those are off, which is where they need to be, do they? I get those put on. Your damper can now go on. Our window heat can go on. Our probes can stay off for now. I think that's fine. How are we doing down here? Test that, just for the fun of it. Why not? I'll get back our Manchester Airport and see how it's doing. It says there's one.
Test pass.
Good. It says 1013 on the old Heska Badaka Biggie Bidaboos. So we are anti-collision go on. That can go to there because we are about to move. We're about to start doing our thing. And do we have APU? Yes, we do. APU power is now on. That's good. We can close our door. And we can request pushback ready for departure. So, request... no de-icing is needed. That's interesting. It must be quite cold out here. 16 degrees apparently. I don't know why I need icing. Maybe because of the storm. Who knows? I need pushback, please. Start pushback now. So, ground connections can now come undone. Because we are ready. And apparently there's an electrical fault. I do not believe it. I think our electrical is fine. Yeah, everything is fine. Everything is fine. So our packs are off, which is where they need to be. Which is all in preparation for our engines to go on. This time they're going to go on first time. We're not going to have a double engine failure. Hello there, pushback truck. It is raining outside. How about that then? On goes with this. What I will do is have that on dim. Get all this stuff turned on. Do I need the lights on basically?
Okay, hold on as we prepare the aircraft for pushback.
Okie dokie. Magic. So if I go back up here, that's bright enough, I think. Yeah, that is bright enough. That'll be alright. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready for pushback. So we're going a little bit fast this time, so all front needs to be armed. Let's make sure this can be done. Yeah, that can be done. Let's get that to RTO. Parking brake is now released, my man. Thank you very much.
Okay, starting pushback.
Good times. Let's get our aircraft pushed back. It's lovely weather. It's raining. It is raining. It's absolutely pouring down. There is a storm right above us, I think, which is just going to be perfect. Whoa, and this is real world weather as well, guys. This has not been set.
Right is clear. Okay to start engines.
Right, so ground on this one first on the left engine today. Yes, is monitor that, make sure that goes nicely. And it should be good. It should be nice and successful today, but you never really know. It's always interesting. And it's on 20. Boom, in goes the fuel. And that should be good. And I think that is perfectly fine today. How about that? A much better flight. A much better flight. We're doing better already. Good. This is going to be our first wet weather takeoff as well. Actually, I need to set that in the old... how do you do it? Takeoff. How do you set it to a wet runway? I don't actually know. It's a wet runway. It's be 143 this time. Exactly the same. Splendid. Alright, turn that on the ground. Wrong view. So yeah, wet runway takeoff. It's going to be different. but it's not going to delay our flight in any way. We can't actually see where the weather is. We haven't got a flight radar. A weather radar. So I don't have a clue where the storm is, to be honest. So I have to guess. Boom. In goes the fuel. That's pretty fun. I will, thank you very much. So the storm is right in front of us. You see it flashing. It's absolutely pouring down at the moment. It's absolutely pouring down. Look at it flash all over the place. This is going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. Crikey, so flaps can go down. 2 notches to flaps 5 as we agreed. Good. Let's bring up my chart which shows me the way out, which is good. There we go, that's all done. So that can go to continuous, I can flip over. Turn to engine power. Wrong way.
You are clear for taxi. Please wait for my hand signal on the right hand side.
On the right hand side, okie dokie. Let's get these on. Get that off. Probe heat can go on. I believe that is everything ready to go. So right hand side, where is he? There he is. Look, let's wait for him to give me the finger. And we can go. This is just having a little stroll in the wet weather. Oh look, the moon. I can see the moon. Right, there he goes. Right, I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. So, let's do this, shall we? Let's see if the weather has updated yet. You never know. Nope, it hasn't updated yet. So still taking off on the same runway as planned, I think. So let's do this. Let's see how successful this takeoff can be. I need to get this going. Set it, there we go. My god, I'm going fast already. Let's loop around here. Like so. Splendid. So it is early hours of the morning. It looks like it's just the middle of the night really, but it is early hours of the morning, so we should be landing at Glasgow as the sun is coming up, I would imagine, because we're not, it is only, well, it's 4:22 Zulu, so that's 5:22 local time, because we're currently GMT +1 because of it's summer, or coming into summer anyway. Oh look, the hangar doors are open. We could just slide our way in there, why not? That'd be fun. That'd be real good fun. Has it stopped raining? No, it hasn't. It's still going. I can't see, you see. Hey, bloody hell, lightning everywhere. It's going to be fun. This might be quite a bumpy takeoff. It might be quite rough. That could be quite interesting. Let's just change my zoom level on this quickly. So this is our first early hour takeoff, and it looks beautiful. Look at all these lights. They look amazing. They really do. So we get ourselves down. Oh, the lightning is all over the place, isn't it, today? What is going on in Manchester? What is going on? Jesus Christ. Something is really going on though. That's for sure. So stay around here. Look at how beautiful it is. I love the blue lights. The blue lights look so good. They look really good. It is absolutely heaving it down over here as well. I've got to say. Absolutely heaving it down. So I'm going to go this way. I think I'm going the right way. I'm not entirely sure because I'm not using a chart, which is a little bit silly of me. But I believe I am going in the right direction, and there is flashing everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. It's ridiculous. Down here. Now what's the weather say? Is it going to update before I make up my mind which way I'm going to go? I am going to the left. Because that is the runway ahead. I think. Is that what that says? I'm not entirely sure. It is. That is the runway. So I'm going to taxi up alongside it. Which is the correct thing to do. Let's make my way up here. And wow. I can't believe how crazy the weather is today. I wasn't expecting this. I wonder if it's any better in Glasgow. or if we're going to be fighting through this the entire way. I just heard thunder then as well. That is a bit of a rumble. That is a bit of a rumble. Whew. So this flight is going to be an interesting one if it's going to be stormy all the way up to Glasgow. And I must say, I've never actually landed at Glasgow before. It's going to be the first time, which is probably a good idea to do an auto land. Because for me it's a little bit easier, usually. So yeah, I haven't had any practice with landing at Glasgow before. So we'll see what happens, I suppose. We will see what happens. This cat has been having now armed though, at least. Get that sorted. We're almost in position, so we're going to be flying away from the storm over in front of us, which is good news. But we do turn around and kind of fly towards it, which is bad news. So that's going to be interesting. It's all over the place, though, to be honest. It's behind me, it's in front of me, it's under me, it's over me. It is everywhere. Is it still raining? I can't tell. I'm not sure. Is it raining? It is raining. It's hard to see sometimes if it is raining or not, because it's not making any splashing on the actual windscreen. So I got the windscreen wipers going just for, you know, a bit of realism, but I don't actually need them to be doing anything, to be honest. So I'm going to use all the runway, because it is going to be a wet weather takeoff. So it would make sense to use all of the runway. Let's follow this line around. Whoa, did you hear that? That was a big crash of thunder. That was noisy. That was real noisy. Ooh, okay. We're almost there. We are almost there. Oh, there's a little house. Why is there a house at the end of the runway? This is the perfect spot for spotting though, isn't it? You can sit at the window and watch planes all day. That is mighty random, having a house there. Dear, oh dear. So I'm going to stop here. Right before the runway. There we go. So let's get everything all set up, ready to go. Why does it say APU Gen Bus? Yeah, APU's turned off, is it not? I have no idea, I thought it was. So, let's do this, shall we? I am ready. It's going to be an interesting takeoff because it is wet as hell out here. So let's just get back in our seats a little bit, get our little doodah down, and see how things actually go. So we have our clearance, we have everything needed. I'm not quite sure what the stormy weather is going to do for us. It could make things a little interesting, but we will see. There's lightning all over the place, and the runway is wet. As you can see wet marks. So it is early hours of the morning. It is still quite dark, but it is early hours. But it'll be nice. The lights are really, really beautiful. So let's do this, shall we? I've gone a little bit too far over them. Here we are. It's a bit slippery. So make sure I get set in line first, because this is going to be a slippery runway. Here we are, ready for it? Toga. Engines are stable, and away we go. Ooh, crikey. I have no idea if we are taking off in the right direction, because the wind seems to be variable in either way. It's kind of, there is no wind, basically. There is no wind.
V1.
Rotating.
V2.
Here we go. Gear up, positive rate. We are climbing far too high at the moment. It is windy as hell out here. Whoa, Christ almighty. It hasn't got any wind indication, but my plane is going all over the place. Bring it down, bring it down. I'm going to set the autopilot on early for this one today, guys, because that is a little crazy. Let's get rid of that. That is a bit of a rough one, and the plane is going all over the place. What I am going to do though is turn off the wipers, because I don't need them whilst I'm in the air, in all honesty. But whew, at least we are up. We managed to get ourselves up in the air pretty good, and we're now flying through a thick amount of cloud. So that is going to be fun. So first level of flap could go up as we pass through flaps 1. It'll soon be passing through the next level of flaps as well. So it's not a very long flight. It's only an 8-minute taxi as well, about this 6-7 minute taxi. Didn't take as long at all. Just got all of our flaps up. Yeah, there we go. So there was a headwind, as you can see. We did have a headwind, but I think low down there wasn't really much going on there. So we can turn our auto brakes off as well. Oh, it's got cloud everywhere. Cloud everywhere. And whatever's going on out there is having a major hit on things. So speed intervening, I want to be 230 please. Whew. Whatever's going on out that window is having a massive impact on frames at the moment. God, there's a lot going on, and we are overspeeding a little bit, but it is windy. We got a massive tailwind there. We're about to anyway. We're flying right through that storm. Crikey. My computer's having to really think about this simulation. Look at that. We should not be flying through this. This is horrendous weather. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be real interesting to see. Crikey. Come on, let's get through it. We need to get over it as well, really. Let's flight level change. Let's get up there. Let's get up there now. I can hear the thunder from inside the flight deck. It is that noisy. Crikey. Let's get ourselves up and out of this. We've been given permission to climb. So let's do it. Let's continue our climb and get above these clouds. But this storm is ridiculous. We need to get out of it fast. Because my computer is struggling for starters to actually deal with this. Really struggling. I was getting about 10 frames per second while I was flying through those clouds. Now I'm getting about 14, 15. I'm usually around 30 frames. That's the cap rate I have. So that's quite horrendous. So let's get put on to standard for starters. Oh dear, oh dear. This is pretty immense. So when does it believe us to actually land? Have we got enough fuel anyway? Yeah, I believe so. So it will believe we'll land at 4:13. Really? It's 4:32. I'm not entirely sure. But we're using reserve fuel. That's fine. Only ever so slightly. That's alright. But so our next waypoint 3:33. So our time on here is incorrect. Why is our time on here incorrect? Oh bloody hell, what's going on? It's having to load terrain data, really? That was mighty strange. I'm not entirely sure what is loaded. Can't see anything out here anyway. Anyway, I should clean out the aircraft a little bit. So get those off, get that off, get that back to off, and the rest of it is all good to go. What is actually going on out there? There is stuff. There is cloud. Oh yeah, I can see land down there. I just had to reload the terrain. That's a first actually. I've never seen you do that before. How interesting. That is a little bit interesting. So in terms of our top of climb, our top descent is soon after actually. It's not going to take long at all. So we're doing okay. We're getting above these clouds, which is what we needed. Very much to see out any of these windows though, that's for sure. Not at all. And it's 0 degrees as well up here. 0 degrees at 14,000 feet. Not too bad. I wonder if the weather at Manchester is updated yet. It has. And yeah, it says 1 knot headwind on the runway we took off from, so yeah, we still use the right one. So we're going to EGPF, which is Glasgow. Let's have a look at the weather there and see what it says. It still says 23. Runway 23 is what we need to be landing at, which is good, fine. So we're all good to go for that. What I do need to do is make sure I reset my altitude to the right amount. So runway 23, and it'll be 2000 flight level 2,900. Yeah, interesting. So it's still a very short flight, which is good. We're getting up to our cruising altitude as quick as possible. It's still cloud around though, look at that. It's still cloud around, and it's still raining like hell. It's pissing itself out there. And it's a, it is a real night flight, this one. A real night flight. So yeah, hopefully we'll start to see a sunrise. But it is not 3:33, but no, it's not. This is actually wrong. Oh, that's why I had the load terrain data. You see, now I understand. It's because I changed the time. No wonder it started getting a little bit darker. There's the sun over there, I think, coming up. My bad. I'm going to have a mighty tailwind in a minute, though. Look at that, 43 knots going to be right up my ass at the turn. So that explains why it got so dark all of a sudden. It was because I actually changed the time. That means the time on the FMC is wrong. Or is it? Yeah, it's wrong. I think this is actually going to be 5:11. We are actually using quite a bit of fuel because there's a sun look. So it is going to be a sunrise approach. So there you go, guys. A little tip for you if you didn't know. If you change the time on the clock, it actually changes the time of the flight simulator. I thought the clock was wrong. So there you go. There you have it. That's one way of doing it. Now that's a relook to the terrain data. Fun times, eh? Fun times. Never mind. We're almost at our cruising altitude, though. We are almost there. So not much farther to go. It won't take too long at all. We're almost there. And it is good that we are having a bit of sunlight and we can see what we're doing again now. We have some weird clouds spinning around in a circle above us. You see that? It's a bit strange. But that does seem to happen quite a lot. So there we go, never mind, eh? These things happen and there's not a lot you can really do about it. So now we have an amazing... why hasn't our speed actually gone up? We didn't have speed. I forgot to change it, that's my bad actually. So now our aircraft will pitch forwards and we seem to be turning quite a lot. Come on plane, turn back the other way. Now you have a bit of a tailwind going on, but it's all good. And now the aircraft will start to speed up and we'll make our way. So that's probably why we're using a bit more fuel actually, because we've been a bit slower during our climb. So yeah, I'm still making little mistakes here and there, but as long as we get the aircraft back on the ground safely, that is the main thing. That is the priority, the importance of us all. So they're going to be arriving there smack bang on 3, so we'll be using a little bit of our reserves, I think, but not too much. It shouldn't be too bad at all. We should be alright in theory. In theory. But who knows? Who actually knows it? Because I don't. I have no idea. Look at that, the sun is coming out. Bonk. Okay, no, I'm going for a cloud. Never mind. Never mind. So we are almost at our top of climb, and top of descent isn't too far away. Almost about to come down again. And it's going to be hard to slow us down actually, because we're going to have a massive tailwind. That is going to be interesting. I'm going to regret removing that holding pattern, I think. That could have been really vital. I might descend early. I wonder if I can get that working. Maybe. I might try. See if I can get this plane going down early. Who knows, eh? Who knows? So almost there. Almost time to level off. And maybe the aircraft will speed up a little bit. I'm not too sure. Here it goes, it's approaching 26,000 now. Magic, we have a pretty big tailwind actually. 52 knots, right up our ass. Splendid. Absolutely splendid. And there we have it. So that wasn't too bad, that was quite stormy though. I mean the clouds are here quite thick. I'm still getting quite horrific frame rates, so yeah, it's this weather's definitely having an impact. And so the night time as well. The night time does have a bigger impact on the system because it happens to generate all those lights. So yeah, it's quite expected. So we need to be at 2,900 feet when we come in at the runway itself. I want to actually descend early, so I'm not quite sure how this works. Maybe it's just a case of hitting descend now. Possibly. I'm not too sure. We'll soon find out, I suppose. So 231 is going to be our runway header, so that's not actually too different from what we're used to from good old Manchester. Pretty simple stuff. We're going to be using max auto brakes again, so get that set and ready now. We've got a massive tailwind at the moment, which is fun. We can see the sunrise is now coming up, which is good. It's what we want to see, the sun. I'm not sure how sunny it's actually going to be by the time we land down in Glasgow. I hoped it would be kind of a very nice sunset, but I think we're going to have our ass to it anyway as we land facing the direction we're going to be landing. Yes, we're going to be landing facing kind of the western area, southwest area, I believe. Yeah, looks about right. So what I want to do is, if I can descend now. Boom! Wow, it actually bloody works. I want to descend early basically because we have this tailwind, and I think it would make sense to. I think it would be very stupid if we didn't bother. So I want to go on to this one here. Elevation is 26. Oh, 26. Runway length is very good question. What is the runway length? Where is Glasgow Aerodrome, please? I didn't know the length of the runway itself. It is 8743. 8743. Enter. Goody. So we have our heads-up display all nicely set up, which is good. So we still have all of our flight deck lights on at the moment. That's fine. We're not really too concerned about that. And we are ascending, and this thinks we're above what's Medusa, but I think this this fast wind will yeah, it's gonna make it difficult for us. So I thought, let's get down early, and then we shouldn't have any sort of worry or concerns about the wind, because that will be nasty for us if that did happen. So anything we've got to do up here? I don't believe so. Oh, you need to turn that off then. That was accidental. There's a visible moisture outside. There kind of is. Maybe we should be using our anti-ice. I'm not too sure. I don't fully understand when and when not to use that. It's something I kind of need to look into and learn. I know it's kind of visible moisture outside, which basically means clouds. And if the temperature is at a certain point, which it is in the minus, so I suppose it makes sense to use it. But I might be wrong in my understanding of that. So apologies if I do not quite understand what we do. So 1010 is the barometric reading. Let's get that set nice and ready. So we're making a good sort of good progress on the old descent. How are we looking out with the sunset? It's getting there. It is coming up. It is looking good. We've just got to make our way down, really, haven't we? We've just got to get our asses down on the ground as fast as possible. We are starting to run out of fuel, actually, as well. So what's our fuel going to end up like? Because it hasn't been a long flight at all. It's in 26 minutes here. We'll be landing at about 10 past 4. I'm not quite sure where it's getting these timings from. But yeah, 10 past 5 in terms of this. 20 minutes time. And we've said smack bang on 3 for the fuel, which is our reserve. So yeah, it's alright. Not bad, I suppose. So we're going to do the flat 40 landing. I'm not sure what it's going to be like. 409 now, there we go, look at that. Apparently we're actually on track with our descent now, so that is interesting. So we started early, and it's now saying we're actually on track with our descent profile. So that could be worrying, because that could mean that this tailwind is going to get better of us, because we're going to make a turn in a minute, and that's going to make it going right up our ass, straight up our ass. Whereas right now it's kind of it is a tailwind, but it's a bit of a crosswind at the same time, so it may not be having such a big effect on the aircraft as it could be. I can't see much land down there. I mean, it is down there, but there's too many clouds. At least we're away from that storm though. It doesn't seem to be very stormy around here, which is good news. I mean, it says on my phone here that it's 240 degrees at 5 knots. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds at 800 feet. Scattered clouds at 2900 feet. 13 degrees, dew point 12 degrees. and the pressure is 1010 pascals. Hectopascals, yes. That's if I say the word right. So we should be alright, really. I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be just okay. So we'll soon find out, won't we? We'll soon see what actually happens. We've got quite a way to go down to get to where we need to be. And our approach is, it seems to be very similar to Manchester Airport. You know, we're going to fly over the airfield first and fly away from it. A little bit different in this one, because we're not actually flying the runway direction, we're flying kind of off to the side of it, and then we circle round, which in my book makes more sense. I'm not quite sure why Manchester you fly in the direction of the runway, away from the airport, and then do a silly, little tiny stupid loop at the end of it. Plus it uses more fuel as well. I don't know why planes just don't fly in it. I mean, I suppose they probably do in reality, but I don't know how often these stars and SIDs are actually used in everyday aviation life. You know, I expect the control towers vector planes out of the airports and vector them into the airports a lot more often than just saying follow the chart sort of thing. That's just my guess. And the sun is coming up nicely, and the stars are starting to go out. It's quite a nice transition of colour in the sky. It's quite pretty, really. In the simulator, it's quite nice. Gotta like it. Gotta like it. So our descent is going quite stable at the moment. I'd be happier if we actually, there we go, it's descending a little faster now. We are going a bit too fast, but yeah, the tailwind doesn't help that, to be honest. But the actual, it's now at 33 knots, so it is decreasing. So maybe as we get lower, that would decrease even further and make it easier for us to control this aircraft on approach. Hopefully that will make it easier for me to actually bring the speed down as well, because yeah, I know we're going too fast. Drag required. I don't want to give myself drag quite yet, because right now it's fine to go that speed. We've got to make sure we don't plus 250 under 10,000 feet, so we can go the speed if needs be. And we are still matching our profile, our descent profile, so I'm not concerned at this time. You know, I'm happy with that. Okay. Just have to see what happened. We're almost back into the positive temperature region. -2 at the moment, so we're almost in a positive. It's pretty good. It's been a real short flight as well. It seems actually shorter than the flight from Manchester, but I might be wrong. I may be mistaken, I'm not entirely sure. I can't even remember. So here we go, this is where we get that tailwind going right up our ass. So it's 149 degrees. And yeah, it's changed its direction slightly, hasn't it? It's kind of hitting us from the other side of the plane. It's coming side on. But there we go, look at that, look. Now I can see some land, it's getting nice and bright. I can see some more street lights down there, which is good. Splendid. We're bringing our speed down nicely, so we should be actually heading right for that airport now. The airport is right in front of us somewhere. Don't ask me where, because I don't really know. But I'm not planning to use any reverse thrust again. We're now in a positive what's Medusa, so I'm going to turn off this. I don't believe we need it now, to be honest. I do not believe we do at all. So what is our fuel looking like? It still says free. No, that's good. I'm going to start turning down these lights a little bit. In fact, might be a get away with turning them all off. Yeah, let's do it, because it is getting brighter now, so I don't think we actually need these on. Go on, off we can. Turn that off. Turn that off as well. Yeah, I'm confident. Yeah, I'm confident. It's confident. It's bright now. Why is our APU on? It wasn't off, was it? It was left on. But I'm sure it was on and it was off. It was, that's weird. It was in the off position. That is bonkers. One thing I dislike about EasyDock, so what I use for all my camera views, is it does seem to move the camera view as I'm in flight, which is a little bit frustrating. Never mind. So we are almost there, look. We haven't got far to go until we're doing our turn. See what I mean? That comes across turns and then loops around. So we are approaching 10,000 feet, so we're going to have to deploy speed brakes at some point to get this aircraft under control. And I'm going to have to speed intervene it as well to get down to 230, just gives a little bit of leeway, because really that tailwind is decreasing though. It's now at 27 knots. And we should be landing at a nice... It looks like we're going to have a crosswind actually, according to... If the wind is in the same direction as we get to the actual runway itself, we'll have a crosswind. There is the sun coming up. Where's the sun? Sun coming up? Still can't see it. It's over there somewhere. Oh, that was nice. It's just a nice view. Look at that. Street lights down there. A bit of greenery. Clouds scattered around as the METAR said for the actual weather itself. So nothing unexpected. We're doing a good old landing at the moment, or descent. You know, it's doing well. We are doing well. So our speed is actually almost under control, to be honest. It's not far off of it. It seems to be slowing down by itself quite nicely. Just got to keep an eye on that and make sure that continues to come down. Because I'd rather not deploy the speed brake, to be honest. I'd rather allow the aircraft to control its own speed, which it appears to be doing nicely. It appears to be doing it really well at this moment in time. Oh, hello. There's a bit of a bump on it. I seem to throw the aircraft a little bit. Was that all about? Yeah, I have no idea what that was about. So I think it's actually almost 6 o'clock local time. It's almost 5 o'clock Zulu. Yeah, I can see it. It's still bonkers with its timing. I'm not quite sure what it's doing, but maybe the aircraft just needs to be fully shut down, cold and dark state. I don't know. Here comes the airport, so let's keep an eye out for it. And now we actually do need speed intervene. Get our speed brake out, get our speed down. We're not doing too bad, but we are a little bit too fast at the moment. Just a tad. Just a tad. I should have put more fuel in really, but we're going to land with enough, so it's not a problem. I'll get this down to 240 and I'll take the speed brake, put it back in basically. I won't even use it for much longer. Boom. That'll do. I'm happy with that for now. So almost there. We are almost there. Oh, look at that. Look at the city down there. So then, who knows what city that is down there? Who can tell me what that is? Because I don't know, to be honest. Now, I've only been to Scotland a few times in my life. I've never flown there, I've only actually driven there, but I was very young at the time, so I don't have a clue. I could have been in Paris for all I know, in all honesty. You know, I have no sort of memory of it, but what is that down there? As the lights kind of pop into view. A bit rubbish, but there we go. Not much you can do. That's just a limitation by flight sim, unfortunately. Just have to deal with it. So almost going through the clouds. How is the old sunrise going? It's going. It's getting bright out here now. It's quite a nice one. All of a sudden, let's look at it over here. Oh, there's the moon. Yeah, we're doing good. We are doing good. So it's almost time to wrap things up. We're going to be crossing over the airfield shortly. I still can't see where it is. It's right in front of us somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure where. I haven't seen it yet, but there is a lot of cloud around, so We may not spot it that early on, but we shall see. We shall see. It's down around there somewhere though, that's for sure. Come on then guys, where is it? Where is our airport for today? Because I don't really know. I've never landed there before. I think it's just past the river. According to my chart, the airport is right next to a river. I can see a river to my right. Does that river does that river swoop around? Oh no, it's right below us. I see it. I think that's it. It must be. Yeah, okay, so I'm not quite sure where that river was, but there we are. And now before my turn. We need to be very careful with this because I have not landed here before. So I'm not entirely sure how to best go about this really. We're going to be doing an auto landing to fly for the clouds here on this lovely sunrise morning. So yeah, the auto land will probably make it easier for me. And I should be able to catch the glide slope. Very good point. Thank you for reminding me guys. I haven't set my my doodahs yet. Let's do that now. Oh, that could have been terrible. I need to go to Glasgow. It is 1101. Which one is it? Nav 110. 1101. Whew. That was close actually. Make sure it's in the 1101. 231. Splendid. Right, we're okay. Oh, we're safe. Not a problem at all. So I almost forgot that. That could have been really interesting if I tried to perform the auto land. It would not do it. It would moan at me. So I'm not quite sure when we're actually going to hit our we should be doing time. So we're going to have a very sort of steady headwind landing. It's only 11 knots at the moment at this altitude. It might be even less going down there. Just 5 knots according to this. Here we go. We're just going through standard bottom of doodahs. Get our landing lights on. Get these set to continuous. Doing good. We are doing good. So, all we can do is hope that this is going to be a good landing. I hope so. I want to do good landings, to be honest. I don't want to have bad landings. Being an auto land, it should be good. But it depends if I set it up correctly and get the speed correct. But I'm being careful. I'm trying not to make mistakes. But they do happen, like forgetting to set the radios. See, that's the problem with the PMDG 777, the Boeing's 777 aircraft. It does it all for you. It's you know, it's all controlled in the FMC. If it's ever wrong, you change it in the FMC. But yeah, let's get our first level of flaps down, I suppose, and let's start speed intervening. Like so. Let's set arm speed brake. Let's set the localizer as well, because we do seem to be going in line with our runway. Let's start to slow this aircraft down a little bit. I was slightly concerned that we won't get to the right altitude in time. I'm going to go a little bit faster. Vertical speed. Let's just bring our asses down a little bit. Bring that to 180. Let's get to our altitude of 2,900 because I was a little bit concerned. We're going to be okay now, I think. Let's just bring that to 950. Make gradual. Get me speed brake out.
2500.
2500, really? Don't believe you. Never mind. So, localizer, is this going to capture on, or is this going to be a pain in my ballsack? Because I need it to capture. Come on. Come on. Let's have a flaps, please. Come on, localizer, I know you can do it. I'm hoping it does. I mean, it should. There it goes. Jesus Christ, that scared me a little then. I thought it wasn't going to do it. Oh dear. Right, okay. Let's move our asses back a little bit. Let's bring this thing down. Approach. Here we are then. Oh. Nope, wrong one. 2, 3, 1. I'm excited. Let's bring our flaps down even further. So we should be okay now. Gear down. So reference there. Getting our speed down nicely. Seem to be doing okay. This plane should land itself. But we will see. We will definitely see. Here we are. Full flaps then. And we are at our reference speed, our target speed. I have no idea what our missed approach altitude is, but never mind. But we're doing okay. So all we can really do is sit back and watch and see what happens. We've got our heads-up display so we can monitor it. We've got a cloud right in front of us as well, which is just fantastic. Is the weather in the right direction? Because right now there is no wind really. Yeah, it's variable again. 2 knots, so whatever. I think we could have landed it either way really. But I think we're doing just fine here. I think we're doing really, really good. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to take my chart back to the aerodrome just so I can see where I'm going to be parking. I do have an idea, to be honest, but I think it's parking bay 81 according to this. So that's what I'll be going to. So fly through these quite low clouds actually. We are quite low. We're at 1,000 feet. These clouds are quite low this morning. But it is nice and bright on our approach. Got plenty of houses that are flying over. This is a massive sort of city area. And that is the runway right in front of us. I can barely see it because the heads-up display is kind of blocking lights the runway, but never mind. It says land free on our display. So that means it's good to go. It is good to go. So we'll see how successful this is. But it should be fairly successful. It should be fairly successful. So fingers crossed guys, let's see what it does. I'll have to take over control towards the end of the rollout so I can get off the runway, otherwise it will keep the plane going really. So I'll do manual braking when we get to our sort of our exit speed, our exit taxi speed. Got a nice set of river around here. Oh, here we go. It seems to be doing it perfectly fine though. It's controlling the aircraft nicely. It's magical as well. It's absolutely incredible how a plane can land itself. You can do it perfectly. It's slightly off centre, but I'm sure it will sort that out in a second.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Here we are. Down it goes. Bit off center line, but never mind. Getting that speed down. Good job. How about that then, guys? That was good. So, let's do this. What I want to do is actually go off there, but I didn't do it. I should have taxied off there, really. We can do it here, that's fine. What am I doing? There you go, flaps down. Here we go, time to taxi off, so we made it. That wasn't half bad. It's a nice day here. It's not thundery like it was in Manchester. So let's just tidy things up a little bit. Let's turn around this corner as well. So that was good. That was a very good landing, I think. For an auto land, that was splendid. I like that. So we've had our experience of different landing types, which is good fun. And now we need to go to number 81. Or 80. No, it needs to be 81. Can we not do it? That is a shame. Okay, I'll be using GSX then today. I'm going a tad too fast. But never mind. So it is a nice morning here, it's bright and breezy. So we'll be heading off to our next destination quite soon after this flight actually, so it'll still be a morning departure. And it's Belfast, I believe, is our next destination. Heading off to Belfast. So I know where we're going to be parking up today. Or should we go there? That could be a problem. Actually, I'm not going to go there because if we haven't got GSX, then we won't be able to push back and we'll be stranded there. So I have a better idea. Let's turn this corner quickly, we won't want too much. Let's try and go to 65. Or 64. 64 will do nicely. So we were going to park here on the left hand side there with that Thomas Cook aircraft. We're going to park next to it, but I don't think it's a good idea, seeing as it doesn't recognise that as a parking spot. So if we went there, we might end up getting ourselves a bit stuck, which is not ideal. So we're going to go elsewhere. We're going to taxi ourselves around here. And we're going to what, 64, wasn't it? So what I did go, I was looking at 65, but I think there's a plane at 65. It might be that one with the green tail there. Jet 2 apparently. It's a weird colour for Jet 2. So how far down is it? A little bit further. Actually no, it's not there. That is 65, yeah. This is 64, really? I don't think so, guys. Really? I don't think so. In that case, I'm going to park in number 1. Bit interesting, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it's over here. Gently does it then. Boom, there we go. That will do nicely. We should have APU power. We do. Good. Boom, boom, off we go. Let's get everything turned off. Like so. I can go off, I can go off, I can go off. I can go on. I can go off. Those can go off. I can go off. Off, 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 off. All that off. Good times. All that can go off.
Blocks in position.
Yes, they are. Goody, goody, goody. So let's get these ground connections on as well. Boom. And ground power, please. Off goes that. Magic. And a day. Why not? Let's get things all turned off. Up here as well. Off. Boom. I thought, why not? It makes sense to actually have a nice cold dark cockpit for once. There we go. But that is all we have time for in this episode, guys. Thanks again for watching. In the next episode we will begin our preparations for our next flight. I'll see you then.